Hello everyone, this is Ninja Girl Sakura here, and it's time for me to answer all of your questions for my 700 subscriber Q&A. I got some pretty good questions, so thank you guys, that's really cool. And thank you to everyone who left comments just saying congratulations, those are appreciated as well. Thank you. But the very first question on this pretty long page of comments is from Christian Harris, and the question is, why did you choose the name Sakura? Well, easy answer. I am a big fan of Sakura Haruno as a character, and I actually made my channel a long time ago in 2008, but I didn't do anything with it really. I made a few AMVs, but don't watch them. They're still up on my channel, but don't watch them, please. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, they're kind of silly. But anyway, yeah. And at the time I made my channel, I was heavily into Naruto. So, yeah, that's why I decided to name my channel after Sakura, because she was my favorite character, still is. My love for Naruto as a series has died down, but that's kinda mainly because of the fandom. The Naruto fandom is pretty darn toxic. Especially if you like Sakura, people will just hate you for that because everyone loves to say how useless she is. Yeah, I could make a whole video about that. Technically I have already, but yeah, the Naruto fandom is just, they're nuts. Seriously. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much why, just because I love Sakura as a character, so I named my channel after her. So, yeah. Next question, and it's a very good one. It's from Kingdom Dragon. How did you become a Kingdom Hearts fan? It's a long story actually, but one I certainly don't mind telling. I think I was about 13, or I was about to turn 13, when I first came across Kingdom Hearts 1 in Blockbuster, because, yes kids, back in the olden days, in the early 2000s, you could go to Blockbuster and rent games. Now they are pretty much irrelevant, because we have games you can download on PSN and Xbox Live and whatnot. But back then, you could go to the video store and rent games. And I think that's where I came across Kingdom Hearts 1 for the first time. And I remember coming home, playing it, and thinking it was a cool game, but it was super duper hard. Turns out it's not, I just didn't have a clue what I was doing. Now I can get through the games without too much of a hassle, really, so yeah, it was just my naive 13-year-old mind at the time, not having a clue, because I really didn't play games much back then, really. But, yeah, that's pretty much how I first encountered the series. I, of course, had to return that copy because it was a rented game, but I did end up getting a copy for myself later on. But because my PS2 broke, I remember, or I think it broke, I actually never finished Kingdom Hearts 1, and I ended up looking up the ending on YouTube a long time ago. So, yeah. And then, actually after that, I watched the full movie of Chain of Memories. Not Re-Chain of Memories, but Chain of Memories. So, it was on Google Video, too, for those who remember that. But I didn't even discover there was a Kingdom Hearts 2 till much later. So, yeah, you can tell back then I wasn't super into the series like I am now. But, yeah. I did later find out, of course, there was Kingdom Hearts 2 by finding Atlantica on YouTube. I saw the Atlantica world from Kingdom Hearts 2, and I was like, there's Kingdom Hearts 2? And it's got Little Mermaid again? Okay, I want to get this game. Pretty much my thoughts at the time. And then I ended up getting it for my 17th birthday that year. So, yeah, played it, and I first thought to myself, wow, this is easy compared to Kingdom Hearts 1. I remember thinking that. But, it's not. It's just different combat style, really. And a little bit more balanced than later games. So, yeah, and I remember liking it, too. But I also remember, even on beginner, and this is why I still hate Demyx now, I remember him beating me so many times. I was stuck on the Demyx fight at Hollow Bastion for so long because of the stupid timer thing. That's why I still hate him. He made me look like a fool, even on beginner mode. He managed to continuously beat me with this stupid water clone time limit thing, and it still bugs me so much. But eventually I got past it, and yeah, I finished Kingdom Hearts 2. Thought it was cool, but still wasn't super into the series yet. I really got into the series when I played Birth by Sleep. That's when I started getting into it, really. I loved Birth by Sleep's story, I enjoyed it a lot, and that made me just want to know every single little thing about the lore and about the series. I had to know all, so I started reading everything I could at Kingdom Hearts Wiki. How accurate that is, I guess, could be debatable, but mostly everything that I've seen on there has been accurate. So, yeah, played through that. Read everything on Kingdom Hearts Wiki, I should say. Learned everything I could. And, yeah, I've pretty much been heavily into the series ever since then. I think that was about 2011 or so, when I got Birth by Sleep and played it. Loved it. And, yeah, I've been a nut for the series ever since. And I certainly don't regret it one single bit. Such a good series. I love it so much. Especially because I love Disney so much as well. Yeah, I am a total Disney nut, if you couldn't tell. So that played a part in me loving the series as well. But yeah, the story for the series is also just so good. Some say convoluted, and at times, yes, it can be. But overall, I love it. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got into the series. Long story, but that's pretty much how it happened. Anyway. Next question is from Master Goken. Who is your favorite DBZ villain and why? Ooh, that's actually a tough question. If I had to say, it would probably be a tie between Frieza and Cell. I can't pick between them because they were both really good villains. The Frieza saga does actually have my favorite moment in all of Dragon Ball, and that's Goku becoming a Super Saiyan. I love that moment so much. I can't pick. Both villains were really good in their own way. So, yeah, I'm just gonna say it's a tie between Frieza and Cell. They were both really good villains in the series, so yeah, I can't pick. I can't. Anyway. Next question is from Josh Tech Soldier. I hope I said that correctly. Forgive me if I did not. Anyway, and this is a very good question. If you own the rights to Winx Club, how would you market it in North America? Well, my first step would be to get it away from Nickelodeon because they have proven that they don't know how to handle the series. They ignore it. They don't do anything with it. They don't market it very well. So, that would be my first move, get it away from them. So, yeah. After that, I obviously would find another network that would treat the show a little bit better. The only network I think, besides Nickelodeon, that might be able to handle it right, would be probably Disney Channel. The only problem with that is, Disney already has their own fairy franchise, the Disney Fairies, with Tinkerbell, Silver Mist, and yeah. So, they might not be interested in a series like Winx Club, but yeah. Although Cartoon Network, they showed Winx Club the first season on Magoozy back in 2005, I think. That's where I actually first discovered it, so maybe they should get the rights to it. I don't know. But, yeah. And then, of course, I would find, or convince Mattel to bring back the Winx dolls and products and stuff like that. And I would make tons of commercials and do my best to get the show everywhere. Because, come on, Winx deserves it. It really does. It's not the greatest show in the world, and I wouldn't claim that it is. But it's still good enough that it deserves proper respect and decent marketing. And Nickelodeon isn't doing anything. They really, I hate them for that. I really do. The one thing that they did right was give us a slightly more accurate dub than the 4Kids. And the voice cast, I think, is pretty good, especially Molly Quinn as Bloom. She was incredible in the role to me. At first, I didn't like her as Bloom, because I was so used to Liza Jacqueline from the 4Kids dub, But after hearing her for a while, I fell in love with Molly Quinn's voice as Bloom, and I cannot picture anybody else being her. The voice just fits so well. It was sweet, but also fierce, which is what Bloom basically is. She is a fierce but kind person. So the voice fits so well. So that's something they did actually do right. But yeah, they definitely, I'd get it away from them if it was in my hands. Anyway, next question is from Charles Johnson. Who inspired you to be a Let's Player? That would be Teal Game Master. I watched a lot of his videos and I found him just so funny and enjoyable, and he made Let's Playing really look like fun. So I thought to myself, why not at least give it a try? If I'm good at it, great. If I'm not, so be it. And yeah, I gave it a try, and it is fun. A lot of fun. So yeah, he is who you have to thank for me wanting to try and see how I did with Let's Playing. So yeah. Good question, by the way. Next question is from Zero Nova. Who are your top 5 favorite heroes in Kingdom Hearts, top 5 favorite worlds, top 5 favorite villains, and top 5 favorite Keyblades? Oh, goodness. That is a lengthy question, but a good one as well. Favorite characters in Kingdom Hearts: 1, Kairi, 2, Aqua, 3, Xion, 4, Naminé, 5, Ventus. That's pretty much my order of things. Of course, I love pretty much all of the characters, but if I had to pick, that would be it. So yeah, favorite worlds. That is a very tough question, actually, because I pretty much enjoy all of them, except for Lanica. More so in Kingdom Hearts 1 than in 2, because at least in Kingdom Hearts 2, it's the songs for the movie that I like. But, I like Destiny Islands. Not that much happens aside from the island being destroyed and everything at the start of Kingdom Hearts 1 and all. But yeah, other than that, not too much happens with Destiny Islands, but definitely a good world, and I find it fun. For the short amount of time we get to actually play on there. I love Hollow Bastion in Kingdom Hearts 1. That world is so epic, and so much happens story-wise in that world, and it's awesome. So I love that. The end of the world is awesome in Kingdom Hearts 1. For the World That Never Was, and Timeless River. I guess that would be my favorite worlds in this series, pretty much. I would say some of the worlds from Birth by Sleep, but there's not really too much there. The worlds, people have said it before and they are kind of right, the worlds are pretty much empty in Birth by Sleep. There's not many people to talk to and stuff. It's still fun, but yeah. So, that much is true about the worlds in Birth by Sleep, though. But I guess if I had to pick, those would be my favorite worlds. Favorite villains. In the Kingdom Hearts series, well, Master Xehanort, that's a given. He is so freaking cunning, and he's always one step ahead of our heroes. And he knows how to manipulate people extremely well, obviously. Example, Terra. But Terra's kind of naive to begin with, but still. He has been at this for over 10 years trying to create the new Keyblade War, when you think about it. That's how long he's been up to doing all this. And he's been one step ahead of our heroes almost every time. So he's really good as a villain. And he's done some pretty messed up stuff. Just look at Birth by Sleep, everything that happens. He is behind every single little thing. So yeah. Master Xehanort, Ansem. I guess I should just say all the incarnations of Xehanort, because they're all diabolical and evil and just always a step ahead. Always. But other than that, I'd say Maleficent. She is awesome. You really don't get to see too much of her in Sleeping Beauty. Really? You do, but you kind of don't. And Kingdom Hearts, in my opinion, really expanded upon her character a little bit in a very good way. So, yeah, Maleficent, she is awesome. Love her as a villain. I also love Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame, but he's not really a main villain in the series or anything. He's just in Dream Drop Distance, and it really stinks that you don't actually get to fight him in the world based on Hunchback of Notre Dame, the City of Bells. That would have been so awesome and satisfying at the same time, but yeah, Frollo, he is an awesome villain in this movie, but you don't really get to see much of him in the Kingdom Hearts series, and you don't actually get to face him. So yeah, he kinda can't be counted. Keyblades. Number 1, Destiny's Embrace. That is my favorite. I love it. It's so pretty. Aqua and Kairi, two of my favorite characters in the whole series, are the ones who use it. So cool. I love that Keyblade so much. Decisive Pumpkin. That's probably one of the most useful Keyblades. Divine Rose. Most useful Keyblade, except the Ultimate Weapon in Kingdom Hearts 1. Oblivion's pretty cool. I don't really use that Keyblade too much, I guess, but it's still very cool, and I like that the actual teeth part of the Keyblade is actually, the kanji for darkness, which fits what's going on with Riku, which the Keyblade is kind of based on Sora's friendship with Riku, so it really fits, so that's awesome. Oathkeeper, I guess, would be my last favorite one, because that represents Sora and Kairi, and I love them so much. They're so adorable. So yeah, I guess those would be my favorite ones. Definitely. Next question. Questions, more than one. Or, 3 questions, okay. It's from Teen Gohan Fighter. First one is, what do you think Dragon Ball Super English dub coming out? I guess he meant, what do I think of it? I think it's awesome, and it's this weekend! I can't wait, that's gonna be so cool. Plus, the Kai Buu Saga, that's gonna be fun to watch, because I have not seen the Buu Saga in a long time. So I will be watching this Saturday, most definitely. What are your thoughts on the new Yu-Gi-Oh movie coming to the theaters? I don't have any thoughts on it, really. I'm not into Yu-Gi-Oh much at all anymore. I was for a little bit, but I'm not really anymore. But Yu-Gi-Oh fans, go enjoy it. It's going to be awesome. And the last question from him is, have you watched Cartoon Fight Club fights? And if so, what's my favorite ones? I actually don't. So, sorry. So I can't really say too much about that. But, whatever. Next questions are from Chosen Uchiha. Cool username. First question. If you could be a bender in the Avatar universe, what element would you bend? Fire. Probably firebender. Fire is definitely a cool element. I loved when Korra and Zuko use it. It's awesome. So, and Aang. Can't forget Aang. He's the one who started it all. So yeah. Probably I'd be a firebender if I had to pick. But if I had my ultimate choice, I would be a bender of all 4. I'd be an Avatar. What new world do you want to see in Kingdom Hearts 3? Oh, the list. I have a pretty good-sized list, honestly, but my top one that I want that's not confirmed as of yet, Frozen. Frozen. I want it so bad. I really do. I love the movie so much. I love Elsa. I love Anna. I know Frozen gets a lot of hate. I know that, but I love it. And I guess it's because I don't look at it as a princess movie. Elsa and Anna are royalty. Elsa's queen and Anna's princess, yes. But I look at it as a movie about 2 sisters mending their bond, mending their relationship, and at the same time saving their kingdom. So I guess that's why maybe I don't have as much hate for it as others do. But I know with Frozen, it's either you love it or you despise it. Me, love it. So, yeah. What was your favorite cartoon growing up? Oh man, I have so many! I grew up in one of the golden ages of animation, really. And I didn't realize it till now. as an adult. It's just, there was so much good stuff. I got Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Johnny Bravo, and Ed and Eddy. I got some of the best cartoons there ever were. Plus Kim Possible in the early 2000s. My gosh, my generation, we got spoiled as far as good cartoons. I cannot pick a favorite. I can't. I love them all too much, and they all hold a special place in my heart. I guess if I absolutely had to choose, it would be Powerpuff Girls, 1998 version. Don't get me started on the reboot. I can't stand it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I could do a rant about it, but there probably wouldn't be too much different that I would say that others haven't already stated, so I probably will not, but yeah, and I did not go into it wanting to hate it. Despite the different voice casts, despite everything, I had hopes before the premiere. But after watching a few episodes, I was like, what the heck have you done, Cartoon Network? You have ruined something that was once your highest grossing cartoon, or one of your highest. You ruined it, and you flanderized all of the girls, so they're not as likable anymore at all. Plus replace the voice cast, which I accepted, but it shouldn't have been done in the first place. It's just, yeah. I need to stop myself, but I hate that reboot so bad. But yeah, if I had to choose Powerpuff Girls, such a good cartoon. Please, children, anybody watching this video who's of the younger generation, please, I beg of you, watch the original Powerpuff Girls before watching the reboot. Then judge the reboot, and you'll see why us older fans are like, what is this? It's horrible. Please, I beg of you. Same thing with Teen Titans. Watch the original, then watch Go, and you'll see why we get so angry at what they have done. So yeah, please, 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 please do that. Please. Okay, I think that's all of the questions. There might be one more. Let me check here. I don't know how it got put in the likely spam folder, but okay, it's not a question though. I don't think, no. Alright, so that is all the questions, you guys. Thank you very much. That was actually very, very fun. Really fun. 22 minutes worth of questions. Wow. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I answered your questions to your liking. And maybe I'll do one of these again in the future. But yeah, thank you guys for all the questions again. And yeah, until my next video, I will see you guys later.